Who gives this woman to this man?
My wife and I.
Brothers and sisters, can I be with for the bride? Marinus do you declare here before the Lord and these witnesses that you take as your lawful wife Tenille Helen Wells here present? Do you promise to love and guide her faithfully, to maintain her and to live with her in holiness according to the Holy Gospel? Do you also promise never to forsake her, but to be true to her always, in good days and bad, in riches and poverty, in health and sickness, for as long as you both shall live? What is your answer? Tenille Helen Wells, do you declare here before the Lord and these witnesses that you take as your lawful husband Marinus here present? Do you promise to love and obey him, to assist him, and to live with him in holiness according to the Holy Gospel? Do you also promise never to forsake him, but to be true to him always, in good days and bad, in riches and poverty, in health and sickness, for as long as you both shall live? What is your answer? I now pronounce you husband and wife. The Father of all mercies, who by his grace called you to this holy state of marriage, bind you together in true love and faithfulness, and grant you his blessing. Amen. You may now kiss the bride. Bridegroom and bride, since we cannot expect anything from ourselves, you shall kneel before the Lord, and we shall pray with you and for you, that he may enable you to fulfill your vows and grant you. Mr. and Mrs. Marinus
We process so you can see.
work automatically.
You meant to put it over there, Brendan. You can't see it.
If you turn to the first page of your booklet, there's a welcome song. Can I get someone to start off?
Most important day, we are here to share your gladness, to increase it if we may. May this day be the beginning.
However, my name is Matt Klein, a son of Arthur and Hilda for the oldies, and I'll be your MC tonight. And no, it wasn't my idea, but Murray's quite an intimidating guy, so I couldn't say no. As you probably all know, Marinus has many names, so if you hear any of the following tonight, they are referring to Marinus. His names are Eno, Murray, Marinus, Muzza, Enoch, Ian, and Muzz. And Tenille is just Tenille. So we found out that Marinus took advantage of his many names. If you didn't know, Eno loves darts. He loves smoking darts, but I'm talking about playing darts. He plays whenever he can, but sometimes no one is around. So anyway, one night when we were playing darts in his shed, and we found some score sheets from previous weeks. They were all fully completed score sheets, with the point scoring and everything done. And on the top was the name of the two players, Murray versus Muzza. Yep, he played many full games of darts against himself. Luckily though, Tenille felt sorry for him and she now plays darts with him when no one can. Anyway, the rest of the stories you can hear from the speeches later, so I'll just move on to some housekeeping rules. Toilets are just up the driveway to your left. You've probably seen them as you come in. If there's an emergency, you just run to the front. But if it's a fire or you're on fire, probably better to run to the back where the creek is. If you're a smoker, please smoke on the grass area behind me, or on the barrel to my left there, away from all the tables. Hubblies, however, can be smoked anywhere. But seriously, please put your smoke butts in the bin. Don't throw them on the ground so someone else has picked them up tomorrow. I'm sure you've probably seen the bar by now, but if not, it's to my left over there. Brent and Mark will be happy to serve you cold drinks, so don't be shy. The busier we keep them, the more there is for us. No, but seriously, please drink responsibly and don't drink and drive. If you're over the limit and can't drive, I can drop you off. Might not be at home, but I'll drop you off somewhere. Hot drinks and juices are also available on the table at the back there, so just against the back fence. So help yourself. Please feel free to move around and mingle, enjoy each other's company. There should be quite a bit of free time to do that, so please do. Entree will be served. I think it's already served. And then after that, dinner will be served, and I'll tell which tables can go up when. During dinner, there's going to be a PowerPoint presentation which is made by Joni, so that'll be going on during dinner in the background. You'll notice on your table two A4 pages and pens. Can you please fill them out so I can give them to Tenille and Eno later in the night? The funnier the better. Well, that's about it for me. There are not really any other rules other than enjoy yourself, make it a memorable night for Marinus and Tenille. And Murray, no arguing. Thank you and enjoy. Right, Leon.
Okay. Beste Marinus, hoe gaan dit met jou? Ons het baie lekker by die see gewees. Dit was 31 Maart tot 13 April by St. Lucia. Ek het 'n sonbril gekoop van R50 en 'n knipmes vir R10 en 'n vismes vir R8.40 gekoop. Ons het 'n karretjie agter die Range Rover gesleep en as my pa vinnig gery, dan hop die karretjie in die lug. Net voor ons gery het ek 'n gooi net gekoop. Die 24ste April het ek gegradeer. Dit was lekker want ek is nou 'n oranje belt. Ek was baie in my noppies al was die bel duur. Maar al wat ek kwaad is dat hulle nou nog nie na 'n maand my sertifikaat gekry het nie. Hoe gaan dit met jou? Met my gaan dit goed. Sal jy vir my julle telefoonnommers neerskryf? Hoe is julle weer? Ons kry al baie koud. Ek het vir my 'n nuwe seriehouer gekoop. Watse karre het julle? Nou sê al julle karre wat julle gekoop het, sal jy vir my 'n foto neem van julle nuwe huis. Wil jy terug na ons toe kom of wil julle nie? Ek verlang baie want ek het nie hier 'n maat om te speel nie. Al wie ek mee speel is Sonja en Kali en Nico Sonja se neefie en Skalk my halfneefie. Sê vir jou pa, ma, sussie, boetie en boetie. Ek stuur groete. Groete, Leon.
But I had no idea what he just said.
Daniel thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Dear Marinus, how are you? We had a nice time at the coast. It was from 31 March to 13 April at St. Lucia. I bought sunglasses for 50 Rand and a pocket knife for 10 Rand and a fish knife for 8 Rand 40. We towed a little car behind a Range Rover, and when my dad drove fast, the car jumped in the air. Just before we left, I bought a throw net. On the 24th of April, I graduated. It was nice because now I have an orange belt. I was wrapped. Even though the belt was expensive, but I am angry because after a month, I still haven't got my certificate. How are you? I am well. Will you give me your telephone number? How is the weather? It is very cold here. I bought a new CD holder. What car do you have now? Let me know what cars you have had. Will you take a photo of your new house for me? Do you want to come back to us or don't you want to? I really miss you because I don't have a friend here to play with. I only play with Sonia and Cully and Niku, Sonia's cousin, and Skulk, my half-cousin. Please give my regards to your dad, mum, sister, brother, and brother. Regards, Leon.
Should have wrote that. Start the car and they're like, don't think it was started.
It works.
It's working! Now you can hear us. 1, 2, 3.
Once a jolly hero found himself a girlfriend
Singing as well.
by the name of Tenille, and he raised on a sister, can we come for dinner? That was nearly 8 years ago. We know Tenille, days and courageous, never seen suspense for a really long time. But today is their wedding, husband and wife they are. May God bless them and guide them always. On with their courtship, year in and year out, quite peculiar was it. Did it all
Everybody's laughing.
horses on the same couch, not in public anyway. today is their wedding, husband and wife they are. May God bless them and guide them always. But all this peculiarity changed very drastically in June last year when they got engaged. Then they start acting like two lovebirds, planning their wedding for April the 6th. In Tenille, waited for ages, kept us in suspense for a really long time. But today is their wedding, husband and wife they are. May God bless them and guide them always.
Encore!
And your red wine. We'll clean around.
It's claims. Right, third.
The perfect detox teacher's name.
Oh, you just get one of those. Bring the breathe in.
Breathe in, blow it out. That's in there and breathe.
It's so mystical.
Oh no.
Nice shot. I think the red's a bit high in fact. It really looks like the You're taking a video of the side track.
Yeah, just some
I'll probably get better quality data.
Yeah.
She actually looks a lot better. Honestly,
He's sexy. He's They do a face.
Oh, thanks everyone for watching that. How will work?
No, you do nothing right. Because of what are you doing?
You shoot over there.
You taking pictures. What was that, Bart?
It's not appropriate, eh?
Oh, yes. Oh, so it must be just into
Oh, I appreciate it. I have a couple of substitutions every now and then. It's a piece of most times. And I can't really leave it every now and then.
and one of the top cars,
I was going to bring that shit. Taking a photo. Oh yeah? Yeah, I know. He
Really?
Yeah.
For them?
Oh no, 5. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, so mainly.
Just take it.
Yes, please. And a bit of fruit salad go with it as well.
Google something. Oh, you get some super responses.
It is helpful.
Don't worry about that. You passed it on.
We process like 360,000 tons of gas. I think about 65,000 ounces.
You don't need like rings?
What do you think of the float?
We're at the house, mate.
Pre-game. Let us know like about 10 minutes. I'm going to do some forward around the place to reduce it.
Cut that.
About 15 minutes.
Oh, really?
And good evening to you all. I have the privilege of being the father of the bride, who I must say is looking very beautiful today, as do the rest of the bridal party, especially the bridegrooms. I would like to welcome everyone here. Also a special appreciation for those who have travelled from overseas and long distances to be here. Tenille has always been my favourite. We have a special bond. It started when, as a baby, I would sing lullabies and walk her to sleep. And then while she slept, I would gently tuck her in. Joni, maybe that is why you had to do it so often. She was used to it from me. When Joni used to come home from work late at night, she would often see Tenille's light on, and she would have to go in and thinking she's awake, but she's snoring her head off, and she would take her shoes off, take her glasses off, and then tuck her into bed. Soon she had me around her little finger. Tenille was an easy child, always eager to help and be useful. At school, she too was a hard worker and achieved great things. Marinus, I would like to welcome you into our family. I'm happy to see how you both support each other and show that you love each other, even though it took a long time. I know that you now will be having big shoes to fill, as now you are her number one. Some words of advice: take the time each day and to start with the Lord, reading His Word, trusting in Him always, and He will guide your path. We thank the Lord for bringing you together. Congratulations, Tenille and Marinus. P.S. Thank you, Tenille, for writing this speech for me. And I invite you all to stand for a toast to the bride and bridegroom. May the Lord bless them. Thank you.
Yeah, it's sand, right?
Yep. Cheers. Speak to the old Marine.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Add to Marinus and Tenille, whatever that is.
Yeah, of course. How else would you say it's his favourite?
This is very sweet.
A big hip!
What do you eat? Chocolate cheesecake.
Tenille.
Tenille. Tenille.
I can't. It hurts too much. I think this is Hi everyone. For those that don't know me, I am the bride's younger sister, Joni. It's been a very special to celebrate this special day with all of Tenille's and Marinus' friends and family. As part of being the maid of honour, I get to make a speech and talk about what a great sister I have. But I also get to talk about Tenille's funny traits, like how she could eat an extra large bag of droppies in one day at work, and then would come home and wonder why she had stomach cramps, or how she does not like making decisions. If she was shopping by herself, and how you would get bombarded with numerous phone calls and at least 20 photos to help decide which shorts looked the best on her. And then after the shorts, it was the shoes, and then after the shoes, it was the top, and so on until she got everything she needed. And the earrings and the jacket and etc. And then as she's driving home, you get a phone call just to have a chat because she was bored while she's driving home. Or I could talk about all the times I come home after an afternoon shift and find Tenille fast asleep, still in her work clothes, shoes still on, sitting up in bed, snoring away while the TV is still going and I'd have to tuck her in. But the one thing she's most worried about was that we might record her snoring, which she usually would do as we were trying to watch some TV with her, and we would have to keep turning the volume up just to hear the TV. And then she'll just keep getting louder and louder until she wakes herself up from snoring so loud. And then she has the cheek to ask us if she was snoring. But don't worry, Tenille. I thought I would just give Marinus a little taste of what it's like to look forward to. So I've just got a little clip of Tenille snoring. Just have to get it up.
Is it an iPhone? Yeah. we got a good one time. Yeah, it's a problem. Like, she doesn't have the same time from here to next year. Don't worry, Maria's is out. Hurry up, PJ. It's actually Lexi.
That was the dog, wasn't it?
Was it Oscar?
That was Tenille. But in all seriousness, I feel very blessed to have such a close relationship with my sister. We definitely have been through a lot together and made many memories along the way that I will forever cherish. Because you mean so much to me, I found it very difficult to put into words, so I found a short poem that kind of sums up what I'd like to say. My sister. For happy times shared through the years, the loyalty, love, the laughter and tears, for the special things only you can do, for all the things I thank you. Times and space may separate us. My heartstrings know no end. I'm proud to call you my sister, happier still to call you my friend. Please remember this in my heart. There will always be a special place for you and me. And for Marinus, and for you, Tenille. My best gift to you doesn't fit in a box. It cannot be held back by barriers or locks.
You're right, Jordan.
I wish you the blessings of a marriage filled with love, that God watch over you from the heavens above. That you would both share feelings without happy or sad and hold one another close through both good times and bad. I wish for a marriage of sunshine unmarred by the rain. I wish for each losses thereby a great gain. That as a couple you will learn, as the years come and go, to find the sweetest of love comes from the seeds that you sow. I've spent the last 7 years getting to know Marinus, and I want you to know we love you and we're really excited for you to be a part of our family. We're really blessed to have you, and I feel incredibly privileged to be gaining you as my brother. I'd like to raise a toast to Marinus and Tenille.
Marinus and Tenille. Yes! For that full glass.
Answers from the sheets that are on the table. Some people actually did their homework. So I'll read out some of the answers and give them to Murray with the names on them afterwards. So Marinus loves himself, Murray, Muzzer, Eno. When Marinus is fishing, he uses an electric reel and does more smoking than fishing. When Marinus is at work, he gets burnt everywhere except the top half of his head. Marinus' talent is very well hidden. One time when Marinus bought Tenille flowers. The advice you'd give to Marinus and Tenille is, Domino's has cheap Tuesdays, 3 delivered for the price of 2. Marinus loves cleaning his car. When Marinus is at work, he takes the day off. Marinus' hidden talent is washing dishes. Tenille? Marinus' hidden talent is jigging.
That was Matt's.
Tried it once. When Marinus is at work, he talks on the phone. Tenille loves taking photos of sunsets. When Tenille is fishing, she suntans. When Tenille is at work, she online shops. Tenille loves when Marinus goes to work. When Tenille is fishing, she catches bigger fish than Marinus. When Tenille is at work, she tries all this new Snapchat filters. Tenille's hidden talent is crochet. Ask her for some tips. One time when Tenille saw the sunset, she didn't take a photo. When Marinus and Tenille are together, sparks fly, time stops, and sighs are heard across the heavens. And that's it. So now we got Dwayne and Quint up for their speech.
That was an all about. No one else. Yeah, your turn.
Get off
Good evening, everybody. Especially to the bridal couple. Eno, Murray, DJ, Yaga, Emu, Diaga, J-Dog, Muzdog, Emu, Muzzer, and Tenille. So I'm Quint, groomsman 1, and this is Dwayne, groomsman 2. So having the 2 best men, or 2 groomsmen, depends on who's telling the story, is rather nerve-wracking. Who is doing what? Was Muzzer really going to go through with the wedding? Would he pull out before we had the opportunity to do this speech? And who really is Marinus' favourite friend now? Who's going to organise the Bucks party? Murray had 8 years to work this out and still couldn't make up his mind. Now when Eno asked us to be in his bridal party, for about 5 minutes we both had a sense of glowing pride. This was immediately followed by an eternity of panic and misery. And Tenille, I expect you had a similar experience when Mary asked you out.
Now, we have a few ideas about what a best man's speech is supposed to be like. And so we can't let this opportunity slide without taking the mickey out of Murray. After knowing the guy for 20 odd years, there's a lot to say, but we'll take some of the best moments. Most of them seem to come from the different trips that we've done over the years. golf games or sporting or the weekly Thursday night braai. We had the chance to get to know Murray and his background even better when he dragged the two of us to South Africa with him. We assumed it was to find women, so both ended up with South African wives. But we must have missed the memo as he ended up with an Aussie one. In any case, we used our Aussie accents to pick up South African women, and Murray must have used his Afrikaans accent to catch Tenille, as we're not really sure what else would have seduced her.
Now, Tenille wasn't the only catch of his life. No, we aren't talking about other women, as he never seems to have the right bait for them. But he did cause terror among the schools of fish along the Ningaloo Reef. We are convinced that the stranger danger classes in the local school of fishers featured a picture of Marinus holding his rod in one hand and a durry in the other. The fish would also have known which was Muzz's line due to the brand new braid and the most expensive lure. The last words they would have heard was the pickup line he used on Tenille, which is the classic rendition of James Van Leeuwen. How you going? Fishing also seemed to put him in the hunting mood. The day he asked Tenille to marry him started off with a fishing trip, with the fishing bait in the esky and Tenille's bait tied to his pants string. No idea why you thought that was a good place to put the ring, Murray. Murray was set. Later, disappearing with Tenille on the excuse that they needed more fuel, Marinus faked the call of nature, pulled the ring from his pants string and promptly proposed.
His fishing sessions didn't usually last very long. Murray always had a soft spot for animals, and after catching his first fish, we suspect he couldn't really bring himself to cause more pain to a flapping fish on the boat. Apart from a few machete-inspired shark attacks, it wasn't only fish he had a soft spot for. One night, I was driving home with Marinus from a birthday party. With 5 minutes left before curfew, I was speeding to get home on time. Next minute, a bandicoot ran under the speeding wheels of the Pulsar. Stupid thing, I said. Stop, said Murray. No way, I need to get home on time. Murray insisted I stop, which I eventually did. A whole funeral process then commenced. Marinus found the bandicoot a little bit back up the street, located a suitable resting spot, dug a hole, buried it, made a little cross, placed it on top of the bandicoot grave and said a few words. Finally, he jumped in the car and sped off again, only for myself to hit a tawny frog mouth 5 minutes later. Now Marinus was really upset. Insisting I stop again, the whole funeral procession started a second time.
Now, who knows how many golf games Marinus has played over the years? From the early days of Harry Hunter, where he became a regular, possibly at the rehab clinic too, and played by himself, to the almost weekly game at the local course. Most people seem to be of this understanding that golf is supposed to be relaxing and de-stressing. Well, if that's the case, Tenille, watch out when Murray is stressed. Local residents at Murray Park witnessed frequently flying golf clubs, bizarre style and unorthodox golf swings, an occasional golf cart that seems to be operated by evil spirits, or golf balls that didn't seem to follow the fairways. For most people, the standard golf injury would have been a tennis elbow, or possibly some slight jarring of the wrists. However, when Marinus took to the golf course, all manner of havoc ensued. Somehow he found a way to achieve sprained ankles, repeated loss of memory, especially when he needed a score, periods of unconsciousness, and having a flying club land on his head. We just hope the bedroom is a little less difficult to navigate.
Marinus was always better at watching sport than he was at playing it. If he put the hours he watched sport into training, he probably would have been on the golf pro circuit by now. Renowned for being issued with yellow and red cards, the ref was known to have them at the ready as soon as the Kelmscott soccer team took to the field. Mums would always breathe a sigh of relief when Marinus was off for a half, or the ref blew the full-time whistle, thankful that the Suns were still in one piece. The only safety protection he needed was his trusty cap and his Springbok or Eagles shirt. We were never really sure if he needed his hat for protection or just to cover his growing bald patch. If he lost his cap while on the goals, he would forget about the ball, find his cap, position it just right, and only then pick up the ball, which by then was usually most of the time in the back of the net. If his cap was too far away and the ball was out of reach, then the next closest thing, usually be someone from the opposition, would need to prepare for a well-timed hip and shoulder. We assume this aggressiveness was due to his upbringing in South Africa, when his rugby coach there told him to toughen up as his tackle wasn't hard enough.
One thing he did seem to master was braaiing. With training sessions every Thursday night, Marinus would put on his Keep Calm and Braai shirt and prepare for a hard night of braaiing. Training sessions would start anywhere between 6 and 10 o'clock with regular drink and smoker breaks. The teammates would rock up from between 5 and 11, and by the time the meat was ready, nobody was really hungry anymore. Pre-braai stretching consisted of bending to pick up the wood, leaning to light the braai, and flipping to meet the meat. Strict gender rules applied. With this being a male-dominant sport, no females were allowed. The time Buddy decided to roll up, the training sessions would also have a referee. He would ensure everyone stuck within the braai rules when meat was to be turned and what time the braai was to be put on. He even put Marinus in the sin bin with a well-timed rugby tackle when required. Massey would act as technical director, commentating on the meat flipping and the spice sprinkling and the fire temperature. And meanwhile, Johnny was the fire mascot, wreaking all manner of havoc with his ignition tactics.
In any case, Marinus and Tenille, we do feel privileged to be part of your special day. It's been many, many years in the making, with a lot of challenges and hurdles along the way. We can give thanks to God for bringing you together on this special day. Marinus and Tenille, you promised to commit your lives to each other today, in line with God and his promises. There will be struggles in the years ahead, however, his promises will never falter. Hold on to the vows you made today for the rest of your lives. Use this day and the promises you made to each other in your future married life. Murray, you always were a bit of a family man, good with kids, caring and kind. We have no doubt you will make a husband and hopefully father. We are pretty excited with you that you finally joined us as part of the married lads. We truly wish you the Lord's blessings in your married life and wish you all the happiness that marriage brings. Good night.
Camera, ready? Action, go. There you go.
Whoa! All the way down.
That's enough. Keep going. Now you have to feed each other.
Now you have to feed.
Good evening, everyone. I haven't had quite as much time to prepare a speech as funny as entertaining as a groomsman, but I'll see how I go. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, firstly, my wife and I would like to thank you all for sharing in our special day. Special thanks to those who have come a long way to be with us today. Leon and Susanna, who have come all the way from South Africa, I hope you have enjoyed your time here with us. Sorry we couldn't spend more time with you during the rush. Glenn and Polly, thanks for taking the time out to be here from Brisbane. We really appreciate it. And Bob, for coming all the way from Holland, and Alison and Lyndon from Tassie. A big thanks to everyone who has helped to make this day a success, with their help making platters, baking, helping setting up the church and venue, and with the catering. I would also like to thank the Wells family for making a place for me in your family. I feel very blessed to be married to your eldest daughter. Thanks Mum and Dad Wells and Joni for all your help getting the day organised. Joni, also thanks for all your love and care for Tenille. You and Alison look beautiful as always.
You're throwing it, boys.
Thanks Woody for coming tonight to look after Johnny. He really needs you to look after him, as he can become a bit of a pain in the backside. Thanks Mum and Dad for all you have done for me over the years. Without your love and care, I would not be the man I am today. Also thank you for all your help getting the wedding day organised. What are you doing here, mate? You're not part of it. You're better than this. Quinn. No, I know you did. To my wife Tenille, thanks for the person you have been to me over the last 7 years, or 8 years as other people have put it. It has not always been an easy journey and you have had to have a lot of patience, but through God's love and care, we are here today as husband and wife. You look absolutely stunning today. Lastly, we thank the Lord who has brought us together and has guided us to this point in our lives, and pray that He continues to guide and bless us as we continue as husband and wife in service to Him. Thank you very much.
Yes, please.
Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Nice food. Wouldn't have been able to do without you.
Oh, we'll just load the buttons. Cheers, Sean. No, you're alright.
Can I now ask Reverend Ackerman to come finish?
Hey, we want to start on Tuesday.
We thank you, Lord, with all our heart, for giving us this joyful night, which we enjoy within your sight. We ask you, Father, will you bless this new with happiness, above all strengthen daily in you in times of joy and grief. Be with us all where'er we roam. May your hand guide us safely home. Through you in one accord we sing. All praises to our God and King.
Yeah, Andrew's going to get the mixed all the time. Yeah, there's
Come on. Yep, no, don't have to. I'll let you recover for a few weeks. Did you enjoy that? good, so good.
Yeah, come on, Jules.
What are you doing?
Come on, picture, Jules.
Video.
Let's go to the dingers.
We're not the diggers.
To be honest.
One teaspoon. That way or long way? Let's go a little bold at the start. It goes like that. That's great. It's well down.